My name is Magdala Eyong Bisong for presentation. We begin the news today in the southwest region of Cameroon, where Cameroon's Minister of Public Health has been informed of the tragic death of a midwife in the southwest region, as the regional delegate begged and called for calm as human rights threatens external pressure if justice is not served. Meantime, ACHALE Gertrude has been laid to rest in Manu Division. Derek Jato brings us details.
As ACHALE Gertrude Tabot is finally led to rest in her native Funi Eyumujok subdivision, Manu Division of the southwest region of Cameroon, the family members of the late midwife say they are left with more questions than answers surrounding the death of their daughter.
I don't think that if you are a doctor who knows how to carry on operation, you may do operation without infusing blood, and you realize that this girl is shorted with 10%, and you go on carrying the operation.
And are pressing more for immediate legal action to be taken against all the actors involved.
And the reason why we all are all baffled is that how can they carry out an operation without the availability of a blood bank or a blood available? The doctor requested for extra, the thread, the one they used to sew stitch. Yeah, it got finished. To an extent that they had to ask them to go and buy, and even there was no light.
And as the story of the late ACHALE Gertrude Tabot, who lost her life in the course of giving birth to her first child, still dominate talks in the region, My Media Prime Television is one-on-one with the Southwest Regional Delegate for Public Health.
Yes, my office have been informed of the incident that happened some few days ago in the Munya Subdivisional Hospital, of which a young lady lost her life after undergoing a surgical procedure. Yes, I sincerely want to start by extending my condolences to the family.
Dr. Eko Philbert is calling for calm and that he is already on this tragic case. The Cameroon Minister of Public Health, too, has already been briefed on this disturbing situation.
We are still trying to get the malfunctions. What happened before the surgery? What happened during the surgery? What happened after the surgery? Of course, as I say, there are some information that we already have, but we need to do confrontations of information before we can make categorical statements of the misconduct of any person, either the doctor involved or the anesthetist involved or the theater circulatory nurse or the midwife or the facility itself. All these things, we need to first of all do a confrontation of information.
Reverend Dr. Oben Bikang Ernest, the executive president of the Global Forum for the Defense of Human Rights, who has been making outings on the death of ACHALE Gertrude Tabot, has also notified other quarters.
We are talking about a situation where the lady was deceived by Dr. John, Ashu Patricia, Wanjo Minette, and others to carry the operation at the Munya Integrated Health Center that did not have clinical equipment. This lady was booked by a gynecologist at the regional hospital to be operated on the 24th. How come from the 24th, she was operated upon on the 18th, in the dark, with 10% blood? Come on. By the way, we have written a transmission complaint to the PG. On the 28th of November 2023, we wrote to the PG, and we are calling upon the PG to instruct the State Council to open an investigation so that Dr. John and his accomplice should be brought to book. If the Minister of Health is not ready to see that this Dr. John and his accomplice are brought to book, then we'll have international pressures. International pressures will come from outside that will pressure them, because the family of late Tabot, Gertrude ACHALE, want justice for their daughter. And the Global Forum for the Defense of Human Rights also is standing with them.
ACHALE Gertrude Tabot lost her life here at the Munya District Medical Center in Boya Subdivision last November 18, 2023 during a major surgery.
We now take you to the northwest region of Cameroon, where the Army Rescue Unit in Bamenda have started a campaign to reduce dust on the streets by watering them. The Operation Senior Warrant Officer Taku Paul, who is Chief of Center Army Rescue Unit Bamenda, says the aim is to reinforce civilian-military cooperation. Charles Keba reports from Bamenda.
The rescue mission to the population by the Army Rescue Unit reduced dust in the streets of Bamenda by watering them, rescue the population from dust affecting their business, health, vehicles, and others. The operation, Senior Warrant Officer Taku Paul Wifon, Chief of Center Army Rescue Bamenda, said is aimed to reinforce civilian-military collaboration in the region faced with the ongoing socio-political crisis.
In the dry season, and this street is most of the streets that are being used by the population of Bamenda. And you know, with the situation actually, the dust which is too much on the street, we would like want to water the road, which would permit the population of Bamenda to carry on their day-to-day activities without any problem. Those who are moving on foot and even those who are inside their cars. And we want to like gain more relationship between the population of Bamenda and they should have more confidence on us.
The Army Rescue officials say they will intensify their operation as the dry season escalates.
The festive period, we water the roads. Last year was something, year before last something. So we'll continue this year to do it so that the population should do their activities without any difficulties.
The city of Bamenda, notorious of its bad roads, with some sections worst. Bamenda City Mayor Paul Achombong hinted the town miserable roads could be built thanks to C2D finance project, which could begin in 2024.
Assist us in taking away the dust from our streets. Presently, they are doing the work as you can see, and we're going to continue in this line till probably the rains return, or when the road which is going to start soon.
With hope, something is done and done soon. Rescue the streets of Bamenda from potholes and bad roads.
Inhabitants of Kribi have raised concern over the lack of pediatricians in health centers, which is posing a danger to infants as well as children in these areas. Kafrani Kongwe reports.
Infants and children's lives remain in danger in Kribi South region and its surroundings due to the lack of the pediatrics department in most hospitals and health centers, as you can just find one pediatrician with over 100 babies being born daily. I think this situation is problematic in the city of Kribi. To have just a pediatrician for many children is disturbing. And I want to tell you that it is very difficult to work in that context. I have been in the hospital and I have seen the condition of the only doctor who is managing to take care of the children. You get to a maternity in the morning, there are many sick children, but just one pediatrician. And for him to walk around the town to take care of these children, it is not easy. Mothers on their part are not finding it easy to deal with this situation. The problem of pediatrician in the city of Kribi is really a big problem because we have just one pediatrician who is doing a great job, but he is suffering too. And when he is not in town, we suffer to run out of town to see what can be done for our children. At times, even in traffic, we are forced to go to neighboring towns like Edea, Douala, so we plead on the government to look into this situation. Other parents are those seeking alternatives to other towns in emergency situations. The town of Kribi is a commercial and touristic site, as there is influx of people who come here. The minimum of children in Kribi is 10,000 who need to be consulted. Is it possible for just one pediatrician who has a minimum of 10,000 children to do his work effectively? Let's ask ourselves this question.
C'est déplorable.
Meanwhile, parents have kept their fingers crossed while hoping that authorities in that sector see what can be done to solve this problem, which is posing a lot of danger to infants and children in Kribi.
Firefighters in Cameroon joined the rest of their counterparts worldwide on December 4 to celebrate the feast of their patron Saint Barbara. Now a recap of the celebration in Marua with Joingong.
Saint Barbara's Day, or Firefighters' Day, is celebrated annually on the 4th of December around the world. Every year, firefighting brigades across the universe mark this special day through different ceremonies, religious services, parades, and community gatherings. A very special event for the firefighters in the far north region of Cameroon.
Le 4 décembre de chaque année, les sapeurs-pompiers.
On the 4th of December each year, firefighters in the world celebrate the feast of Saint Barbara. Saint Barbara is the patron of firefighters and artilleries. She represents the Mother Protector. She protects us when we are in grave danger. When a firefighter is caught up in a difficult intervention, he thinks of Saint Barbara.
Chaque fois qu'un pompier se retrouve face à une situation difficile, face à une intervention difficile.
This year's observance of Saint Barbara's Day was an opportunity for the firefighters through different activities to think of their comrades who put their lives in danger to save others.
Plusieurs activités ont rempli la journée du 4 décembre.
Many activities filled the 4th of December. The day started with a volleyball match in the morning, then continued with other firefighting specialized activities. These are activities that are part of the World Military Games. Recently, we were part of the games in Turkey. We brought the games back to prepare the firefighters for future games. Firefighters in Cameroon in general and the 40th Regroupment in particular pay homage to all those who have witnessed difficult situations, not only those who are dead. We have about 2 or 3 in Cameroon. We pay homage to them because our missions are sometimes difficult and complicated.
Sont parfois difficiles, parfois compliqués.
It should be retained that presently in the city of Marwa, it is a peaceful collaboration that exists between the firefighters and the population. The challenges are almost overcome visibly through alerts in the event of a disaster. The celebration of Saint Barbara's Day in Marwa was concluded by a gala night which united the firefighters and the local population in perfect harmony.
The Catholic University Institute of Boya Douala campus has sent 300 students into the job market. This is following their graduation ceremony which took place on December 5. Details with Shillian Dambi.
Smiles, joy and excitement could be seen boldly written on the faces of these students of the Catholic University Institute of Boya, Bonaberi Douala campus. They have officially been given the wings to fly high in the job market, having acquired adequate knowledge in their various fields of study.
After years of studies, today they are graduating and the university is sending them forth officially. I think that the batch has been Christian, the batch of resilience. That as entrepreneurs, wherever they find themselves, in whatever engagement they find themselves, they should really excel. That's our prayer and wish for them. Also, conscious of the fact that this university produces servant leaders, that wherever they will eventually be of service, they should be leaders after the example of Christ himself, who is the great leader.
The commencement ceremony, which took place on Tuesday, December 5, 2023, and chaired by Pro-Chancellor Bishop Michael Bibi, saw 300 students to obtain a degree either at the undergraduate, graduate and doctorate levels, including diploma. Their tutors admit their programs were vigorous, yet they have excelled and will now reap the fruits of their hard work.
First of all, I want to congratulate all of them. They've done exceptionally well. We have an extremely rigorous model of education in CUIB. So when they excel, we're very, very proud. And the world is now open to them. We have instilled in them the right values. We've instilled in them the positive attitude, the growth mindset, the ability to excel in any kind of situation they find themselves in. So we expect continual success. We expect them to shine the way that our alumni are out there shining, and to continue to find and discover and be the best versions of themselves.
Some students shared with My Media Prime Television how excited they were about finally graduating and their expectations moving forward with work life.
The school has equipped us with what is necessary. They have given us the theory and the practice. It is left for us to go into the field. You know, the essence is not about having a first class. The essence is not about having a high GPA. It's about the application in the field. And of course, I think the world is waiting for our manifestation.
It is thus hoped that the students will put to good use the knowledge acquired from their various programs for the betterment of their lives, community, and nation at large.
Out of Cameroon today, we visited Chad, Mali, where MINUSCA forces have begun withdrawing from the country, and Nigeria, where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ordered investigation into a military drone attack which left at least 85 dead. Developments of this and more with Quintophone.
Let us kickstart a tour in Nigeria, where President Bola Tinubu has ordered a comprehensive investigation into a military drone attack over the weekend that resulted in the tragic loss of at least 85 lives, including women and children in northern Kaduna. According to the Kaduna State Governor Uba Sani Said, faithfuls observing a Muslim festival were mistakenly killed and many others injured following a military drone attack targeting terrorists and bandits. In response to the tragedy in Tudunbiri village, President Tinubu has called for a thorough and comprehensive investigation while urging calm among the public. Elsewhere, German troops have begun their withdrawal from Gao as United Nations continue to dismantle its peacekeeping mission in Mali before the end of the year. Personnel at the Camp Castor base we support the activities of the UN multidimensional integrated stabilization mission in Mali, and Tuesday began dismantling and transporting their equipment back to Germany. The move is in accordance with the UN Security Council vote in June to end a decade-old peacekeeping mission to Mali, whose military junta urged the troops' removal as it aligns with Russia. Note that there were about 12 MINUSMA bases in Mali, 9 of which the UN mission had dismantled at the end of November. MINUSMA had been deployed in Mali since 2013 to prop up the West African nation's security as it faces jihadist rebels linked to Al-Qaeda and Islamic State group, as well as a Tuareg-led separatist revolt. Let's conclude our tour in Chad, where a November 25 referendum campaign is set to be dividing the political class as voters prepare to decide on a new constitution. Chad's 8 million registered voters will be called to place their votes on December 17 after 20 days of campaigning by both sides, though most opposition parties are calling for a boycott of the vote, saying the outcome is a foregone conclusion.
Quinta brought us those details from across Africa. And now to talk sports, ladies and gentlemen. The 2023-2024 MTN Elite 2 second round kicked off yesterday, December 5, 2023, in stadia across the national territory. Struggling Europa Sportive of Douala, who had not tested victory since the start of the season, pulled the surprise results these match day 8 encounters, beating Jiko FC of Banjul 1-0 to pick up their first 3 points this season, while Edingsport Adeleke, who have been the most performing club so far, were held to a 0-0 draw by RSFAP. Dragon of Yaoundé registered the biggest win following a 3-0 mauling of Rangers FC of Bafut, who keep struggling to get victory as far as the season is concerned. Aigle Royal of the Mongo outsmarted Yafoot 1-0. Thenman Bafmeng United beat Foncho Street FC of Bamenda 2-1. Renaissance of Ngomo shared sports with Tonnerre Kalara Club in a 1-1 draw, and equally Unisport of Bafang and Raseng of Bafusam separated on a 1-1 tie, just like Isle of Hope Sports Academy of Limbe, better known as Isosa, and Panther did, with the same scoreline. And to end the news today with this sports story, Indomitable Lion of Cameroon's captain Vincent Aboubakar is one of the 4 Cameroonians who have been nominated for the CAF Awards in the category of CAF's Player of the Year. And so today we look at this phenomenal striker's nomination, his chances in this category, as well as the competitors he has in the following report. Cameroon's Vincent Aboubakar has had a 2022 to remember, putting up arguably one of his best things for club and country. The Besiktas forward started the year in scintillating form, scored 8 goals at the 2021 AFCON on home soil, to finish as the competition's top scorer, Africa's biggest showpiece. And since then, consistency has been the key for the Indomitable Lions team captain. The physically imposing and technically gifted goal poacher is known to deliver when it matters most. That alone has earned the love, admiration and respect from not only football lovers in Cameroon, but across the continent. Thus, a well-deserved nomination for CAF's Player of the Year award, as he is amongst the 10 nominees in this category. The 30-year-old was arguably Africa's best forward at the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, with 2 goals and 1 assist. His sensational lob against Serbia and the header against Brazil was all Cameroon needed to be the only African country to beat Brazil in a competition. Aboubakar scored over 25 goals in 2022 for both club and country. He finished in the top 10 of the 2022 CAF Awards, won by African champion Sadio Mane of Senegal, after guiding Cameroon to the semi-finals of the 2021 AFCON and clinched the bronze medal, which was the country's best performance since 2017. Before moving to Besiktas, Aboubakar scored 23 goals in 39 games in all competitions at Al Nassr and helped them finish 3rd in the Saudi Pro League, thus qualifying them for the AFC Champions League. However, Aboubakar faces stiff competition from some of the world's best players like Victor Osimhen, Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, Achraf Hakimi, Riyad Mahrez, countryman Zambo Anguissa, amongst others, but stands a chance of winning the award given his excellent form over the years. A player who threatens to match or even surpass the goal-scoring records of the legendary Samuel Eto'o. That was it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching the news, which was coordinated by Editor-in-Chief Faith Tata. We encourage you to stay in the company of My Media Prime TV and enjoy Prime Hour right after the news. My name is Magdala Eyong Bisong. Have a good night.